Hi, and thanks for watching another video by Jim the Car Guy. This one here I actually have it mostly completed already, but I just want to go over a couple of things with you to try to save you a little bit of a problem. I've just been so busy, I haven't had a chance to actually film anything, the procedure to take it apart, because I've been under the gun to get stuff done. This truck is a 2004. It's a Dodge Dakota with a 3.7-liter engine. The problem they have with this one is the customer complains they constantly smell a burning oil smell. Now, this vehicle doesn't have a lot of miles on it, but when I looked underneath the hood, you can see that the valve covers themselves are actually rotting away pretty badly. Let me take you under the hood. I'm going to show you what to do, and I'll show you step by step how to remove it. One thing I do want to point out, when you look on any kind of repair type website, or in my particular case on my computer here at work, it says nothing about removing the left side valve cover except remove the harnesses, unplug the injector, relocate the fuel line, and pull the cover off. That's not the case. You're not going to get this cover off this car. And if by chance you happen to get it off by forcing something, you're going to break something else along the way. I'm going to show you what I did, and it's going to take you 10 minutes, and it's going to make it a heck of a lot easier for you. So let's get under the hood. I'm going to show you how I did it step by step, and I'm going to talk you through it, and you'll get through this pretty easily. So let's get up here and show you what to do. Okay, I know it's going to be probably a little bit dark or a little bit difficult for you to see actually down in here. I'll just do the best I can to try to show you. This obviously is the passenger side of the vehicle, and what we're going to do to get this is the new cover actually is going back on. But what we're going to do to get this cover, the old cover, off, it's fairly simple. You are going to, just like it says in the repair manual, you are going to remove the plugs for your coils, remove those, unplug your injectors, which is not a big deal, just pop those clips up right down inside there, that little red clip. You pull this red clip up and you pull the injector right off. Take the harness itself and relocate it off to the side, up out of the way. You're going to take off this air tube right here. They just pull right off in the back here. They're not screwed on or anything. You just pull them and they come right off. Take this off and just relocate it out of the way totally. Next thing you're going to do, these are your coolant lines. It tells you on the computer to drain your cooling system. Don't do it. It's a wasted step. You don't need to. You just take what I do here is I just take these. Once this is out of the way now, you'll have room to get this up. Take this, lift it up to the top up in here, keep it up here. I tie it up with a bungee cord to the top of the hood to keep it up and out of the way, and that'll open it up quite a bit to you. Next thing you're going to do is to get this this right side cover off as you have your oil filled, which connects right in here. As you can see, I didn't put it back on yet, but your oil fill is right here. You're going to need to remove that oil fill to get this cover out this way here. It needs to come out this direction. You're also going to need to relocate. You're also going to need to relocate your air conditioner compressor. Don't drain it. Just unbolt it. 3 bolts secure it down. One is right here by the alternator down there. You'll see that one. Take that out. Down over here, you're going to disconnect this bolt here, and you're going to disconnect this bolt here. You're going to take this one out totally, swing this bracket down and out of your way, and take out that bolt right there. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take the compressor here, and you take it and you swing it up and out of the way over here, and just leave it off to the side. Once you have all that up and out of the way, that valve cover back here, it will come off. You will be able to get that cover up and out of there. It's a little tight, but it does come out. That's the easy side. The hard side is this one over here. It looks like there's a lot of crap, a lot of stuff that covers it up, and it's true, it does. But once you have this tube is going to be out of the way already, because we have taken it off already, you're going to pull it off down in the back. It just pulls right straight up and out. You're going to disconnect all of these hoses right in here. They're just pushed in there. Just take them off here, relocate them off to the side right over here. Right? You're going to also disconnect, obviously you did disconnect your battery first. Sorry about that. You do disconnect your battery first. We're going to relocate this connector here from the top of the alternator, and we're going to bring that off to the side here to open up an avenue to get the cover out. So once you've got that all disconnected down there, you're going to take all of the plugs off that you see in the back down here. You just take that little clip right there, you push it off to the side, and you pull this pin here and you pull them off. We're going to disconnect all of the coils that you see, 3 of them on the side here. We're going to disconnect the injectors. They're down there. They're just a little bit of a pain in the rear end to see, but you're going to disconnect the 3. After you've got everything disconnected, you're going to remove all of your connectors, your electrical connectors from here on your throttle body, and you take the entire harness, relocate it, push it down underneath the master cylinder. It opens up this area in here really well. Obviously, you're going to unbolt the compressor now, the valve cover now, and you're going to remove that. Problem you're going to have is you're not going to be able to get that valve cover through by the power booster here. The only way you're going to get that through there, and believe me, I tried every way, because usually my computer is very accurate, but in this case it was absolutely wrong. There's no way you're going to get that in or out without the next step. You don't want to go crazy and disconnect your power steering pump so you can slide it out through the front over here. Basically, just go under the dashboard. This is your power booster. Underneath the back of the power booster, under the dashboard, there's 4 screws that come through underneath there. Take those out, unscrew them. I didn't take them all the way off. I just moved them to the very edge of the thread. Take the booster and the master cylinder and just push it over slightly, and that's enough to slide the valve cover in and out without having to go crazy and damage it. The problem is that even if you were able to get that out of there, you're going to get it out. You're not going to get it back in. The gasket will wind up being damaged. You're going to put it together and you're going to have a leak in here. Now, that being said, the replacements are no longer made of metal. The replacements are actually made of plastic. See? All non-metallic. And the reason for that is this. This is your cover that came off. As you can see, that's made of metal. The problem you have is that, as you can see, it rots away. When it rots away back in here, you wind up with a leak. The leak was coming down here, dripping onto the exhaust manifold, and therefore it was smoking like crazy for a long time. Same thing on the other side. You can see the other side is just rotted away. There's not a heck of a lot holding that back together there. See? But the replacements now, obviously it must have been a problem, because the replacements now are all made of plastic, and you never have to worry about that issue again. As you know, they will be having to come from the dealer. The dealer valve cover is actually a new plastic cover. The cover comes with new bolts. It comes with a new gasket. It comes all assembled. Unfortunately, you will have to get it from the dealer because you're not going to get it anywhere else. All right, I think that was pretty much about it. But the trick to this one here is just relocating the power booster slightly off to the side so you can get that valve cover out without having to create more of a problem for yourself and do more damage. Again, don't drain the cooling system. They say you have to. You don't need to, but you will save yourself a lot of headaches and a lot of time by just taking this master cylinder here and moving it, not the master cylinder, I'm sorry, the power booster, just move it off to the side, and it's going to save you a lot of time. All right, now putting it back together, you just obviously reconnect everything that you disconnected. Make sure all your vacuum hoses are all connected back on. All your plugs are pushed back in and locked in place. Your injectors are all plugged back in. Your coils are plugged back in. Make sure that you have all of your vacuum lines reconnected. And, of course, plug in everything on top of your throttle body. Lock your pins in place here. Reconnect your vacuum hose on here. And, last but not least, reattach your positive cable. And this goes up into the air cleaner assembly or the air snorkel. And last thing we're going to do is we're going to put this oil housing back on here, put our air filter box back in here, and we're going to fire this thing up and get it out the door. All right, any questions, any comments, you need any advice, you drop me a line. I'll be more than happy to talk to you about anything. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.